In this video, we're going to cover responsive display ad best practices, which are the most popular type of display ad. Follow these best practices to reach more customers and drive performance. First, we'll review creative best practices and then tips specifically for images. Let's start with the creative best practices. The first is to upload the recommended number of assets. Remember, assets are the content of the ad, such as the headline, image, description, logo, and business name. To drive the best results, Google recommends 5 headlines, 5 images, and 5 descriptions. On average, advertisers have 10% more conversions when using multiple headlines, images, and descriptions with responsive display ads. Another best practice is to create unique and effective copy. Your headline should demonstrate your brand or product's value. It needs to be interesting and useful to customers. Write the headline so it's clear and effective without the support of a description. The description should complement the headline. Use a description to explain the product or service's value clearly to your potential customers. A third best practice is to ensure the landing page keeps the customer experience cohesive. We've covered the landing page in a previous video for SEM, but it still applies for display ads. The messaging on the landing page should match the messaging on the ad. Now, if the experience from the ad to the landing page is confusing, the potential customer may just go back to what they're doing before clicking on your ad. So make it clear as possible what the next desired action should be and how they can take it. A fourth best practice is to rotate in new display ads every few weeks. Improving ads is a trial and error process. So swap out lower performing creative assets for new ones. See, even great banners can become less effective over time. Rotating in new ads prevents potential customers from developing ad fatigue. Now, ad fatigue happens when your audience encounters your ads so often they become bored and stop paying attention. Avoid the fatigue by rotating in new ads. The images you upload to your responsive display ad are the most crucial element of the ad. They help customers understand the business, products, and brand. Here are some tips when choosing images for your display ad. Use images with a strong visual focus. Images that support the main point of your ads tend to perform the best. If you don't have quality images or are having difficulty adhering to the images policy, consider using an image from Google's library of stock images. These images are at no cost to use for your ads. To ensure the ad has strong visual focus, don't overlay a logo, text, or button. Adding a logo will become repetitive in certain ad formats. You also shouldn't include text in the image. The text can be unreadable in certain smaller ad formats. Additionally, buttons such as Book Now or Download may seem like an effective call to action, but they may violate Google's ad policy, so avoid these as well. If you're advertising a product, a third image tip is to make the product the focus of the image. Blank space should not take up more than 80% of the image. Keep this in mind if you're doing a photo shoot with products. A fourth tip is to make sure the setting of the background suits the product. For example, you don't want to create a fake background for an image, such as putting a product in outer space. Well, unless, of course, it's actually in space. Instead, use images at a physical setting with natural lighting and shadows. When using images in Google Ads, there are quite a few policies and recommendations. But once you learn it, then you know it. As a new digital marketer and e-commerce analyst, responsive display ads are a great advertising tool. You get to utilize advanced software to make effective and high-performing ads. Google released this technology in 2016. It hasn't been around for that long. If needed for your job, please take advantage of it.